Hey everybody, this is jokerspice, bringing a little spice to your life. This time we are playing a brand new game on the channel, and this is one of my personal favorite series. I really like the art style, I love the around the world adventures that this game has, and I love the character designs, and I can't wait to share it with you guys today. Look at this guy go! Whew! Le police. I love just like all of the arts and everything. This is Slycooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Alright, let me just plug in my headphones in the correct spot. Oops. Alright, so this game was made by Sucker Punch. And they've made recent games like Infamous and The Ghost of Tsushima. And this is the second game that they've made as a crew together. And it is a really good one. This was back in the day when I'm gonna have to restart one of the games. I actually started recording this already, but then I had some major issues, so I'm just gonna restart everything. No issues. But yeah, this game was made at the time when like the PlayStation was kind of still looking for a mascot, kind of competing with like Crash Bandicoot and Ratchet and Clank, and Jack and Daxter and those kind of games. So this game definitely appeals to a lot of newcomers and takes that into consideration.
I read you. Loud and very loud.
Very loud indeed.
I'm a little nervous. Trying to break into police headquarters does that.
Get over it, Bentley. You're safe in the van. I'm the thief here. I've got to steal that file from Inspector Carmelita Fox.
Carmelita
Well, count on
Fox,
me to
eh?
be your eyes and ears, buddy. Got their security system totally scoped. To get inside, you're gonna have to go through that air vent.
Okay.
All right, I'm going in.
And don't forget you got me at the wheel, Sly. All you gotta do is grab the file and get back to the
Alright, I
van.
gotcha.
We'll do the rest.
Just keep that engine running, Murray. I'll be down in no time.
Alright, well, do it in no time at all. So right before we start, we got some basic controls here. This is a 3D platformer, foremost, and you can move around and you can jump. You can jump in the air to do a double jump, but it's more like a jump extension than a real jump. And you can also swing your cane around. That is Sly Cooper's main method of interacting with objects. You can also use your cane to break stuff and collect objects as well. You can also collect objects just by running into them. Alright, let's keep going.
Hey, Bentley, I think I'm seeing things. Must be vertigo or something. Can you see those crazy blue lights?
Those crazy blue
Really?
lights! What is
I've
this
read
thing?
about this. Master raccoon thieves are able to sense thieving opportunities, which manifest themselves as unexplainable blue auras.
Interesting. How
According
do
to
you
my
know about this?
research, all you have to do is get near them and hold down the circle button,
Oh,
and you
okay.
should
Very
perform
literal
a
indeed.
super sneaky master thief move.
Hold down the circle button near blue auras. I'm on it.
I kind of like and hate that the tutorial is like right into the dialogue of the game. I mean, there could be an argument that it kind of takes you out of it, but honestly, I kind of find it charming and part of the game's quality. So I kind of find it endearing. Yeah.
Be extra careful here, Sly. Break one of those laser beams and you'll set off the alarms. Not to mention, you'll be fried to a crisp.
So when the laser beams are yellow, that means that the alarm system is set, and if you
Nice
touch
job,
it,
you're in.
it'll turn red.
Inspector Carmelita Fox's office
If it
is
turns red and you
behind
touch
the
it,
red
then you'll
door.
take some damage. Alright, this is Carmelita Fox's
That
office.
door must be super reinforced, Sly. Maybe there's a way to get around it.
Alright, here we go. Here we got into Carmelita's office. Looking around, we can see it's pretty nice. It's pretty spacious. Lots of pictures of us, though. You can see on the wall. That's our van that we'll see in a moment. Where we've been around the world. Look at us. We've been everywhere. Africa, South America, Australia, every continent, man. And check that out. Look at all these
Way to
wanted
go,
posters.
Sly. This is where Inspector Carmelita Fox stashes all her important files. I hacked into the police security mainframe and discovered this vault's combo. Try dialing in 937.
Alright, super easy. We got the code and everything. This heist is a success. Almost, though. We still gotta get away.
Nice job! You got it! If you come down through the fire escape and head through the parking lot, we'll be waiting in the getaway van.
Alright, sounds great. So those are our main characters. We got Sly, the main character right here. One who does the thieving, and we got our getaway driver Murray, and then the brains of the operation, Bentley.
You foolish raccoon. I've caught you red-handed.
Ah, Carmelita. I haven't seen you since I gave you the slip in Bombay.
Oh yeah?
Which reminds me, you need to return the Firestone of India to its rightful owners.
And I was gonna give it to you as a little token of my... Hey, you know, that bazooka really brings out the color of your eyes.
Bazooka?
Very fetching.
Looks
You think
smaller than that.
This pistol packs a paralyzing punch.
That's
You oughta
definitely
try it.
bigger than a pistol,
Might snap
though.
you out of your crime spree.
And give up our little rendezvous?
Plenty of time for that once you're safely behind bars.
Love to stick around and chat, but I just dropped by to pick up this case file. I think you've had it long enough.
Alright, let's get the heck out of here. I've always thought that Carmelita is just really big. Like, I feel like if you put these two characters next to each other, she'd be so much bigger, which I don't know, that doesn't really make sense because the raccoons and foxes are generally the same size. Oh well. Anyways, and that's Carmelita Fox, the one that's definitely after us, wants us in jail. Ooh, she almost got us right there. But her aim isn't that great. Fortunately for us, we're just too good.
You can't escape me, raccoon!
Well, who are these
Once
guys
again, my gang
really?
and I had given Inspector Carmelita Fox the slip. I was surprised to see how well she took it. Finally, the secret police file I'd been searching for all these years. With this, I could avenge my family and regain possession of our most valued treasure. It all began when I was just a kid, bouncing on my father's knee. You see, I come from a long line of master thieves who kept all their secrets of sneaking and stealing in an ancient book.
All the Coopers,
Thievius
eh?
Raccoonus. Anyone who read it learned to be especially sneaky, which is why we specialize in stealing from criminals. After all, there's no honor, no challenge, no fun stealing from ordinary people. You rip off a master criminal, and you know you're a master thief. Well, on the night I was supposed to inherit the book, 5 visitors came unannounced to our door.
Uh-oh, these guys don't look so good.
My father fought to protect us, but the gang of
Tragic
villains known as the Fiendish
backstory.
Five overpowered him and ransacked our house until they found the Thievius Raccoonus. Our family's manual of thieving greatness fell into their filthy hands. They tore the book into 5 pieces and split it up, each villain disappearing to the farthest corners of the world to commit dastardly crimes. Broken alone, I was dumped at the town orphanage. There I met 2 guys who became my lifelong
Oh
buddies
man,
and
I love how
trusted
he
crew.
holds the little tip of his
Bentley,
cane. I
techno
never noticed
genius
that
and
before.
strategist supreme, and Murray, part-time driver and full-time burden. Together we pledged to track down the Fiendish Five, avenge my father, and steal back the Thievius Raccoonus. I knew I was about to face the toughest test of my life. On this mission, I would either become a master thief like my ancestors before me, or fail and allow my family name to bite the dust.
Alright, looks like we got ourselves an explanation. That is Sly. Pretty
That was
clean
a
and
nice
concise
piece of work
backstory.
back there at police headquarters, Sly. Come see me if you want to check out any of your old movies. I've got them all here on my computer.
Thank
Use
you.
the left analog stick to move around the hideout and the X button to select things.
Alright, sounds great,
I've
Bentley.
already plotted a route
So
to our
basically
first
here we
target.
have like a world selection screen. Obviously you can only select world 1, but you kind of get a little glimpse of what's to come in the future if you keep going forward. So we know like the next level would probably take place in America, given that map on the back. If you try to select the level,
Oh, you want?
just a little fun little Easter
I've
egg.
already
Or I guess it's not
plotted a
Easter
route
egg, but
to
just a
our
little,
first target.
little sucker punch polish. Alright, looks like we're going to somewhere in Europe.
The road trip gave me the time I needed to study up on Sir Raleigh the Frog.
Ooh, that's definitely a face right
As
there.
a young man, this hot-tempered frog grew bored of his life of luxury and privilege. On a whim, he tried his hand at a bit of piracy and found it to his liking. Raleigh, who quickly became addicted to crime,
Is that a metal
was brought
hat?
into the Fiendish Five as chief machinist, where his evil tinkering genius rose to new heights. The last reported sighting of this mad machinist
Oh
was
my
off the soggy
goodness.
coast
That
of
is
the Isle
not
of
the
Rabbit,
kind of
a
frog
small
I would
island
want to kiss
comfortably
just to see if
situated
it was
in
a
the middle of
prince.
the perilous
Oh
Welsh
gosh.
Triangle.
Sly Cooper in Tide of Terror. Alright. I've always thought that Sly Cooper had that like Indiana Jones, 007, James Bond, not Carmelita, Around the World, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, like that kind of Mission Impossible, going around the world, just like checking things out, doing missions and stuff. It has that vibe, and I really, really like it. There's like a lot, especially with the whole animal motif. There's a real good opportunity just to have some really cool art and really cool designs and stuff that we'll see further in the games. Without further ado, let's check it out.
Hey, Sly, I just spotted something that's going to complicate the mission. See that nasty-looking gate? It blocks the only road leading into Raleigh's hideout.
No problem. I'll just use my climb move.
Okay, but remember, you can only climb on certain objects, like pipes and ropes.
Yeah, sure, and like that ladder there?
That is correct, but do not forget, Sly. You have to get close.
Then hit the circle button to grab it. Yeah. Relax, Bentley. I live for this stuff.
Yeah, and that's what worries me.
Alright, fun little fact. Whenever you're in one of those little binocular cutscenes, you can actually use the sticks to move the...
The message you just got appears to be some sort of clue.
So yeah, Bentley's just talking about these little green bottles that I was collecting.
See if you can find any more clues. The more I have, the easier it'll be to crack the code.
So yeah, whenever you're in those binocular cutscenes, you can actually move around Sly and whoever's talking's head, which is pretty funny in some cutscenes, just to have their heads wiggle around like crazy. So basically, there's only really two collectibles you can collect. You can collect coins and collect these bottles. The bottles, we want to collect them and keep an eye out for them. We'll go over what they do when it comes. The coins, we can talk about that again when the time comes to talk about them. For now, let's just keep going through the level. Try not to get caught sneaking through this rainy, swampy area. Whew.
Hold on, Sly. See those searchlights? One careless step, and you'll be subjected to acute combustion.
You done whining? Let's go.
I'm just trying to keep you alive, partner. Fortunately for
A little
you,
animosity
I launched
between the
these
two,
signal
maybe.
repeaters throughout Raleigh's fortress. Get close to one, and I can checkpoint your progress.
Nice.
Or not. Maybe just a little banter. Something with the voice acting I always kind of appreciated. I always thought it was kind of cool that like Sly always whispers, because it kind of makes sense. Like if he's supposed to be sneaking around, he should probably be whispering. So it's pretty cool that they actually implemented that. And Bentley doesn't need to whisper because he's safely in the van. Alright, let's make sure we don't die to this guy. Boom, there we go. Taking any damage will result in a death. So make sure you don't take any damage at all. And this little thing that Bentley was talking about is a checkpoint. Alright.
According to my amphibio positioning system, that big blimp is where Raleigh is hiding out.
You know, that blimp looks more like a machine than a hideout.
You're right, Sly. That is a storm machine. It's the reason why it never stops raining around here.
That explains all the wrecked ships.
But why would Raleigh want bad weather at his own hideout 24/7?
Beats me. But rain or shine, I'm gonna steal my family's book back. And if Raleigh gets in my way, it's on.
Alright, we got our missions and we are determined. Let's keep going. That blimp kind of reminds me of one of those Super Mario Bros. Like airships, though. Don't really know how it flies. I don't see a propeller on it. I don't see like wings on it. I don't even see like a balloon on it. It's just like floating. Anyways, let's keep going. I've always really liked Sly's voice acting in particular. He just has that like very suave, like confident, but like not in any kind of condescending way. It's a really cool character voice, and it gets better as the game goes on.
Just jump and hit the circle button.
Got it. Jump and hit the circle button to grab onto hooks.
Speaking of canes, here's an early design of Sly Cooper. Just wanted to show you like how far the cane motif like for the character was like a part of the character in the design process. But it did have a very different look, and I'm kind of happy that they changed it to this one and made Sly a little more, I guess, edgy. I think he has a much more interesting design, and the shirt definitely is a lot better. I don't know, like, you know, I guess I am used to characters like Sonic and stuff not having clothes, but I definitely think the clothes on Sly makes him look a lot better. And I don't know, maybe a lot less childish, I guess, but he definitely looks pretty cool the way he is now. Alright, so we're actually almost at the end of this particular level, but we still haven't found all the green message bottles. So, but we're almost there. So this is what we're actually getting the bottles for.
Somehow related to those clues in bottles you've been collecting. If you can locate all the clues in this area, I should be able to crack the code and get you inside it.
So yeah. There is a, basically, we're trying to get these clue bottles to open the safe, and there's a safe in every single level that, like, has an end, I guess.
You found it, Sly! That's the final clue to crack the code! Now find out both, and I'll give you the instructions to open it!
Once you get all the clues, you can go to a vault and press, well, I mean, I guess I don't have to tell you the buttons and stuff, since the game does it so elegantly.
That the code for this vault is 792.
Alright, 792. I always get a little confused with the vault because when you press up, like, the code goes down, which I guess, I don't know, makes sense, but I always get a little tripped up by it.
This page teaches old Drake Cooper's fast attack dive move. Press the triangle button to use it.
So, technically all the clues are optional, and all of these little abilities that you get are optional, which means that they're not required to play the game in any way, but they're definitely worth getting. So like now we could do this really cool dive move that we wouldn't have been able to do if we didn't have the ability and we didn't collect the clue bottles. So at the end of most levels, if not all of them, you'll see that there's this key. Collect a key, and that's how you end the level for the most part, except for these intro levels. You actually have to continue, open the door, and then move on to that green circle in order to actually finish the level. This is the one except, like, the intro levels to each of the worlds are the exception to these for some reason. Alright, let's keep going. Prowling the grounds. Alright, here we are. So this level is, like, not quite what you would expect. But let's keep going and find out for ourselves.
That blimp looks like the most secured location on this boat. If Raleigh's really as smart as his police files suggest, then that's where I'll find him.
Wonderful idea, but your plan is flawed.
Why?
What do you mean? Let's just go in there and steal stuff.
To access Raleigh's blimp, you would have to sneak through that high voltage power tube. To do that without getting electrocuted, you'd have to destroy that power generator. And to do that, you'd need 2 more of Raleigh's treasure keys, which are heavily guarded.
Interesting. So when are you gonna get to the impossible part?
Fine. But I warned you. I've marked the areas you need to hit with holographic markers. Follow them to your objectives.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. It's your funeral.
Bentley is a little pessimistic, but he's the one with all the gadgets and the know-how. Us, on the other hand, we know what we're doing. We're experts. Alright, so this is actually more of like a hub level. It's kind of like a level select, like a Super Mario 64 Station Square kind of situation. And what we collected was a horseshoe. I know I said that there was 2 collectibles, but I don't really count horseshoes as collectibles. Basically, they're a prize for getting 100 coins, and it lets you have an extra hit. Oh, Sir Raleigh's talking on the intercom. Guess I'll let you listen to him for a bit. Yeah, so he just talks for a bit, but he kind of talks for a while, so I'm gonna ignore him. Instead of going to this level, we're gonna go to a different one. I think we're gonna go up to this one. So other than horseshoes, you can actually collect 1-ups. And you can get those after you get like 300 coins.
Hey Sly, you can adjust the game camera using the right analog stick. And to bring the camera behind you, click it.
Alright. Yeah, this game does kind of hold your hand a little bit. Again, it's definitely meant to be like a game that like people would play for the first time on PlayStation. I wouldn't be surprised if this game like came out with games for the PlayStation 2, or like came out like with the PlayStation 2 as like a bundle with the game. I'm not entirely sure, but alright, so we're gonna go through this level, a Cunning Disguise. So yeah, those little hub worlds, they act as places for you to choose your level. You don't actually have to pick levels in any particular order. We didn't have to go to this level. We could have gone to the one in the intro area, but I chose this one for a specific reason. You'll see. All right, so let's just keep going.
Those rats got pegged.
Raleigh appears to have booby-trapped this entire place.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Don't you get it, Sly? If you step on that rug, forget about becoming a master thief. You'll be a master dartboard.
Wait a second. What if I jumped into that barrel for protection?
I don't know. It looks pretty risky and very unsanitary.
Only one way to find out.
So basically this barrel is something that we're going to have to bring through the whole level. I've definitely seen a lot of people just leave the barrel and then they have to come all the way back to go get it. You can actually destroy these little globetrotters right here. Make sure they don't hurt us anymore. I just got 100 coins. Once you get another 100 coins, if you have a horseshoe, your silver horseshoe upgrades to a golden horseshoe. So now you can take 2 hits before dying. And then that's when, once you have a golden horseshoe, if you collect 100 more coins after that, that's when you start collecting the 1-up. So that's what I meant with the whole 300 coins thing. Alright.
So far, so good. I bet if you stayed still inside the barrel, the guard won't be able to see you, even if he shines his flashlight on you.
Yeah, this squid guy, he's wearing sunglasses indoors, which is probably not that good of an idea, but I don't know. Maybe squids are like sensitive to light? I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to look cool. Here are these little mini safes. You can actually just break these open. No reason to look for clue bottles. Oh, little hidden 1-up around the corner. Look at all these little weird frog paintings. You got this one that kind of looks like the Mona Lisa. So interesting. I guess the frogs can take lots of shapes, and Raleigh unfortunately just kind of, well, he looks like way more like a frog than like, he might have been like a very early design actually. Alright, let's go ahead and take this guy out. Boom, assassinated. Otherwise we wouldn't have been able to bring our barrel through. It's not super duper important to collect the coins. I think your lives reset every single time you die anyways, or leave the game. So unless you leave the game on forever, it's not like super important to really collect lives and stuff. This game's not super hard anyways. It's just like a nice little romp, and the challenge I think comes from like the future games in the series, especially the third one for some of the levels, if I'm thinking of the right levels. All right, gotta be careful of the fire here. Don't want to get burnt to a little crisp. I've never had barbecued raccoon, but I ain't about to try it today. This is the only game I can think of that can make me like raccoons, because I actually really hate raccoons. Those trash garbage monsters they're really vicious and really mean but this game really makes me like Sly and raccoons in general. Alright, these searchlights. Don't want to get caught. So I don't know if I explained it well before, but like if you get caught by the yellow searchlights or yellow laser beams and stuff like that, what happens is that they turn red, and then once you get caught again, the red... Oh, and here's a safe, so we're gonna have to come back here. Alright, so yeah, once you touch them when they're red, then you'll actually take the damage. Oh. Alright, we had to break some of those books, otherwise we were not going to be able to get past. If you haven't noticed, if you look in the beginning of the video, the coins had like a little star shape because we were invading the police office, or the police, what is it called? Precinct? Yeah, it's the police precinct. But because we're invading, I guess, Sir Raleigh's domain, there's a little Sir Raleigh's hat on it instead. So, cool little theming as well. Alright, we almost got all of the clue bottles. Oh, the camera got stuck. There we go. Let's see. So there they are, all three of them right here. Boom! So, the end of the level's right there. We might as well go ahead and break that. We're gonna have to go get a barrel anyways. Because we actually can't pass that without it. I wonder what we'll get. Ooh, maybe another cool little move. Maybe another page of the Thievius Raccoonus. Well, only time will tell, and it's time to crack the code.
To enter the vault code. With the help of a straight edge and compass, the answer was simple.
What kind of clues are we getting?
242.
2, 4, 2. I think the codes are all the same, but I don't think you can put in the code before getting the clue bottles. I think you need to get them in order to put them.
Fast getaway raccoon roll. Stories claim she can move faster rolling than anyone else could on the run. Hold down the triangle button to use this move. Switch between your power-ups using L2 and R2.
Alright, awesome. So we got a roll ability, and if we press the L2 and R2 buttons, just like Bentley said, we can change which ability we have on. So if we switch it to roll, we can roll down slopes really quickly. It could be a really easy way to move around really quickly. Alright, so let's just go ahead and bring our barrel. Typically I like to use the dive technique more so, but that's just me personally. Alright, let's go ahead and walk by these... Oh, what? Okay, well, at least I didn't die. It's kind of embarrassing right at the end of the level, but we can get a horseshoe in the main area really easily. Alright, there we go. And then when we want to end the level, you hit the thing. But make sure you get make sure you do everything you want in the level before you actually hit that. Otherwise, you'll have to re-enter the level. When you enter a level, even if you haven't completed it, your clue bottles will save, kind of like musical notes in Banjo-Kazooie. But you still have to, like, for example, if the what's it called? If the safe is at the end of the level, you'll still have to go all the way to the end of the level. Alright, so I think with a couple, like, the first levels out of the way, we can safely call this a successful first episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this episode and like this game, make sure you guys leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this game. I'm really curious to see, because this game is a little bit underrated, but I think it's really awesome and amazing, and more people should play it. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you guys subscribe so that you're notified for when the next episode shows up. Thank you. Bye-bye.